that they can dispel the doubts of last year.
Certainly the case. Eyes looking towards Loud though because it's their map pick, and in theory looks like one of the maps that should be towards the top of their map pool. So what kind of ideas have they got here?
Let's find out. Slow to begin with. Orb through the double doors, I believe.
Posting Verti up behind this box, almost anticipating some mid-aggression because Verti's not going for the full walk down mid. A drone to try to support him on a potential peek. He's the only player with a Sheriff in hand.
We're seeing some fights to be taken, Luke Show. Two players, Orb up as well. It's all just trying to pull out pieces of util, I think, some of that mid-round clearance. Dart drone or knife, keep them guessing. Down to that minimark now. 100 Thieves look to finally see grouping up and going into some movement.
No smoke at the moment, actually, to block this sight line. Here comes a star.
Yeah.
Might give the game away.
Pops up. Their own orb as well to try and play in. And now you see the drone leads it in through main. It's a knife suppression. Dark just flicks it aside, adjusts, and Timotino's gone. Straight away in a blink of an eye, re-clearance as well. Louder looking to put a squeeze onto these players with double doors, really making it awkward. And nobody is allowed access to the A site. Cryo
30 seconds left
to be that last straggler, last sign that they could potentially get something done. Double face in the end, good discipline and a great beginning for Loud as well.
Not ready yet.
You can see why they picked this map.
My quiver is never
Extremely clear protocol for Cowanzine and Verti on defense side. If the push goes towards A double doors, they push out mid and ends up pinching the attackers, stuffing them into this small corridor. Now the kill from Darker onto Timotino, you always go for that when the jet dashes into the smoke.
You never get it, huh?
You don't always expect to get it, but that's a great way to open. Just makes the round so much easier because Timotino isn't going to be causing all of that space creation at the front of the pack.
Yeah. Drone timinged. Timotino's passed this here, and 100 Thieves just making a play for the orbs in a round like this. Don't have much money to go, but it's angles watched for. Called out. It was Kawazine that was on that line, so ensuring that there's no potential for lurks. Verdi posted. 2 opportunities, but missed at that. Could have potentially just taken him out.
Bit surprising that he's missed those. Not the most important round, in theory, because Loud have got a huge eco advantage, but he will want to tighten that up later on when he's got an AWP in hand.
Yeah.
Wall thrown down as a fake actually attracts 3, you could call it 3.5 players, because Verti's in mid.
Lucia's the only player on A right now. Does have a stinger, but now feeling the pressure. There's a snake bite dart towards his back. We'll have to deal with this one, but listen, help is a long way coming. Still, Verdi does find himself in the right place in the right time. Has that outlaw now. Dash procced and the spike drop down on his lap. He's going to have an easy time of things here. In theory, still has a lot of shots coming, but knows the right timing to take it. And this should be an easy cleanup at this point.
30 seconds left.
Verdi hit the shot that mattered. Outlaw in hand, dropped the spike. Definitely some danger in this round, though, wasn't there? With Cryo being so isolated. Sorry.
Luke Show.
Luke Show. Being so isolated on one side of the map on his own.
I was a bit worried.
100 Thieves showcasing early on here that they're willing to throw in fakes. And the Viper Wall can be used a bit as a fake when you have these double smoke compositions. You're not as hard committed to always using it as your point of contact, whatever site you're going into. When you're on the solo Viper comps, it does feel very limiting currently on Breeze. Definitely some teams still running it, though. All right, question now. Can Loud get some value out of this? They're running a B retake wall. So, implies that they're going to be fighting fairly heavy over A and mid in this round.
Yeah, we'll see it. Verdi's still got an outlaw in hand as well. Players going to be walking up onto him. The angle is denied just from this orb that's being thrown at the beginning of every round by 100 Thieves. Timotino, potential chance. Just a jiggle. Doesn't quite get the kill he was looking for. Clearance with the drone as well, so 100 Thieves are very ingrained in terms of these positions. The reveal, though, straight through the wall. Can't wallbang that. There's no damage done.
It's a very thick wall there.
I mean, the bullets did go through the other side, so not too sure what ended up occurring, but Thieves, slow and steady. Assert themselves into mid, wait for the fights to come to them with the rifles in play. Making it look easy here. Now pressure applied to these B players. Luke Shaw looking to reposition himself, but 100 Thieves, again, not eager to rush into anything. They just poke, they prod, they get a few kills. They're like, okay, we're going to end over towards A now. Saw a little bit too many players for our liking over towards B, so it's an open site now.
Bora's doing a really good job of using the mid information and control that they have to fake like they could be going in either direction.
Yeah.
And Cryo's on the wall through, he'll have the pull for late round. But Loud breathing down the necks.
It's going to take heroics over Loud at this point. Timotino walking around, you got to hit those shots, man! They've all gone a little bit too wide. Luxio finds it. Going to potentially to be able to reclaim still as Yuto flying forwards as double doors. Looks to be under control now in 100 Thieves. As long as they clean this one up and make sure that they swing off each other, they shouldn't have too many issues. Asuna is low, there is danger still lurking around, but time it ticking, and that's what 100 Thieves are playing for. They're making it awkward, making it difficult. Still, pretty good bonus all things considered. Not a round conversion for Lau, but they do a lot of damage.
Yeah, it's decent, but 200 Thieves players survive at the end without any armor being knocked, which means that they're just going to be able to drop teammates, and the economy should be absolutely fine. And it's actually the ult cycle that I'm paying more attention to, because Asuna's one away from getting null command online. And I think that could tear open one of these sites.
This guy's ring around the rosy on me, bro.
That's Breeze, buddy.
Yeah, well, Jet with op, that's Breeze as well. Let's have a look what Verti can do.
Yeah, in a different angle this time. He's been denied at double doors just from this Viper order being thrown by Bang. Double smokes makes it very difficult as well to find those right timings, because just everything in your face.
Asuna's one away from the null command, like I said, but playing for this ult op is really tough because the opper can be on that line.
They are in the open. They're sending Util anyway to try and push them off and away. It's a good tag. Pancada is forced back and away, dash forwards. Timotino wants to try and take this one now. Players towards the back. Kawazine looking to hold it down. Hand in hand with Pancada. Shoulder to shoulder, see if they can land it. And yes, the kills are theirs. Left to be claimed now. Asuna. They do get this plan down, 100 Thieves, but they are in a pretty tough spot. They haven't cleared any of the backside players whatsoever. There's a thorn in their side constantly. Pancada just making a mockery of this one right now, forcing them to uncomfortable scenarios. Almost there with a reset. Let's go down in the end, though, and a pop over the top. Desperation of Vora. Loud, take it in the retake.
It's a big round for them to win. Knocking the economy down of 100 Thieves, and 100 Thieves not able to get those ults up. Like I said, the op was just providing this kind of passive pressure. They felt like they had to go into the B-pop early, and then Pancada's anchoring it down from this back planks area. It's really strong. It's also difficult for the post plan to play from that situation because they've removed so many of the jump-up boxes. So it's hard to fight into that alleyway, and it's hard to fight from the alleyway back into sight. But now with the economy down, Loud have got a nice little clean-up round to get closer to big ultimates of their own. Luxio's in particular, I think, could be a game changer.
It's an early drone by Kawazine. Does get broken. Puts a bit of fear in the back of the heads of the Loud players here. And mid is essentially a big question mark right now for Loud. They have given this up entirely.
Yeah, they're not playing strong in here at all. I mean, Verti started from Nest in one of the previous rounds with his off, but generally speaking, I mean, I guess on the pistol they were there as well, but on these rifle rounds they have just basically been ignoring it and waiting for 100 Thieves to get to the sites. Well, if you've got an anchor like Pancada, why not?
It doesn't matter that they've revealed that the Marshall's in play, still eager to take the fight, deny a bit of that space. Pancada is getting away with a little bit too much there, but a swing on sight potentially. Then Kawazine knows that pressure's arriving. That's a collat. Verti just slips in right when his team needed it.
10-2 Verti. The Jets should be thriving on the defense side once op is in hand.
Yeah.
Timotino struggling at the moment. Got a goose egg on the board.
It really is. 0-5.
Double duelist comps empower the Jet a lot because you get in so quickly, but I think there's a lot of pressure on Timotino to be opening these things up. And he's going to be going in with either a drone or a recon and then a flash, but he's got it all on his shoulders. It is a bit easier when you can spread the load between you, like the Comp the Furia play, for example.
And not just that, Timotino used to playing a Waylay, has a get out of jail card, essentially.
Yeah, or just a free kill card as well with the Saturate. That ability is bonkers.
Saturate, light speed, shotgun.
Sure.
Breeze doesn't really enable that, so that's why 100 Thieves have been forced into... I mean, at this point, it's early days. I don't want to call it uncomfortable roles, but, you know, it's definitely not where Cryo's being enabled on the Chamber, for example, or Timotino like we've seen on the Waylay. We'll see, though. It's still early days.
Yeah, for sure. And we've seen that some teams, because the map is very early, Very good on one side and not good on the other.
Yeah, a bit one-sided. Potentially there, slowed down with the util dart across the board. That's going to be that Hunter's Fury now to set the pace and tone of things. See if they can cleave a bit of a power forwards with the guns in their hands. 100 Thieves are finding it steadily enough. Opportunities now to get the plant online. A lot of util still to make it mightily uncomfortable for these Loud players. And we'll see the discipline potentially there, but it is individualistic. Finally going for that peek and a play to be made. A little bit mistimed, I think, though. That was a team blind when they were going for the 3-2-1 swing. It won't matter, though, in the grand scheme of things here, because in a spot like this, Pancada can't really afford to play it.
Nice aggression in the post plant, though, for 100 Thieves.
Yeah.
I mean, setting up on the A-split, all well and good. I mean, Cryo invests the pull even towards Yellow Box so that he can take the fight himself.
Yeah.
Normally, I mean, you'd be thinking the Astra wants to save that piece of utility to try to deny a defuse, but very coordinated with the rest of the team. All push forward, all try to play aggressive, and now Bang's got an attack op. I'm not sure the attack op is going to do that much against the way that Loud are currently playing. It's really good to punish teams that are going for dry info peaks around the map.
I mean, Pancada's been offering himself up to fight. Anchoring towards B.
But he's hard anchoring. He's holding angles, right? He's not taking a swing into the attackers very often. But yeah, if you can predict where he's playing, you might be able to get a clean peek into him. The attack op is good, generally speaking, to be honest with you, if you're comfortable with it.
I think it's pretty wise for 100 Thieves. They've been playing it slow going, no big rushes, but Timotino has been left high and dry, largely. A lot on his shoulders, so maybe this will be a different avenue. Lets him open it up.
They know a defensive knife does come in here from Darker fairly often, but they're on the line early.
A lot of angles to account for if you're Timotino. Verdi. Up close, he's got a dash procced now. Suppression here, wants to go for a swing, and Timotino, none the wiser.
Wasn't expecting that aggression timing.
No. It's a very good timing at that here. Verti is thriving currently in this game.
Yeah, he's dominating.
Cryo left to see if he can get anything going, but again, it comes down to, can you win these individual fights? Smokes lay it down. Back to mid, back to the well for 100 Thieves. That's where some of their success has really been. Passive positions, just signs of life shown. Kalazin doesn't overplay it, backs himself up. The amount of util is taken just for 100 Thieves to get into a position where they feel comfortable. Stars now lay it down at the feet. Pancada doesn't really have an avenue of retreat, but we'll see what he can do from this spot. Stunned up.
Soverall as well.
A bit of a bailout, here it is, Hunter's Fury. This is an attempt to see if they can find it. Asuna just peeks, there's a gap in the smoke. He finds it anyway. Kalazin not able to get anything done there. Will the trade be intact? Yes. Cryo fast on it. Util to clear it, but Luke Show is in his element now. He's taking these open sightline fights. Still finding that success. Big player advantage now for Loud as well. See how this one moves forwards for it. Cryo finds it. Verdi on his own through main now and applying that squeeze. It is all on Cryo's shoulders. What can he do? Finds one! Adjusting it, taking his time, but he lands it nevertheless. 4 kills in a round for Cryo, and he salvages it from the brink.
He's ice cold, man. Red Bull clutch for Cryo. Clean as you like. Those shots are beautiful towards the end. Obliterates one of the last members of Loud. And then goes for a re-swing onto the final player, knowing that he's going to go and try to tap the spike.
One enemy remaining.
God, that shot's demonic. You need a guy like him.
Yeah.
And Timotino's just got so much energy in the back there. But you see how much it means to them. I mean, everybody on the squad jumping up, popping off at the end of that round, because that's the one that swings the economy in their favor.
Yeah.
If they lose that, they're in a bit of a dire situation, but if they win, Loud forced down onto a low buy, and 100 Thieves are back in the game. Romanilli taking a timeout here as well to try to adjust some stuff. I mean, the big problem as well was Kalazin getting caught while using the ultimate there. The Hunter's Fury from Spawn should have set Pancada up for a beautiful opportunity to anchor. It's really difficult to try to put pressure on Pancada when you got a laser beam hunting you down as well.
You can't actually stand still and take a fight.
But he's not tucked safely enough, and Asuna just walks up and he's like, all right, bud.
Yeah, happy to take that. And it has knocked the money down. It's forced the timeout from Loud. They have a lot of ults to use, though, in the back pockets. I mean, Verdi has knives available, so going to be looking to probably invest into that. Full armor. Why not? But bit of a weakness for Loud in terms of just how much they're just giving up mid. Yeah, letting 100 Thieves get into these opportunities, even when 100 Thieves were a player down in that scenario, right, in that previous round.
Yeah, you don't even have to hold mid as the defense. You just have to make 100 Thieves scared that you're going to peek them.
Sure.
So you just have to throw in a few rounds on your defense side where you play aggressive.
Okay.
You have to provide a threat. You can't just get whacked in the first 5 seconds of the round by Cryo.
Hoping to get something going there.
Oh my god. That's exactly how he ended round 7.
Trying to get active though is Loud. On their weaker buy, re-clearing for a bit of that space as Exec is coming through now. Hot and heavy. We'll see what he can do towards the back of the sides if Loud can hold on. There is help arriving, but with Pancada claimed, kill going away of 100 Thieves now. Plant. Awareness here towards a flank. Luke Show just taking that timing again, as we were saying. He's fast enough to rip. Fast and loose being the play in a weaker buy like this, and Louder trying to make a go of things. Still denying and making it awkward. The 100 Thieves feel like they can't go for this plan, but Body's toppling into it towards the back, and then it's evened out. No way, Bandit chipping them down. Darker opportunity of a lifetime. It's 100 Thieves again, left guessing. Get this plan down in a position like this, but they hold it down with composure. That got a little bit too messy for my liking, yet still does eventually go to wave 100 Thieves.
The safe pair of hands on 100 Thieves again. Cryo gets back-to-back 4Ks there. Had to open it up, destroy the player with a Blade Storm, and then clean everyone else up basically too. He's 12 and 4 right now, matching Verti at the top of the scoreboard and annihilating him in the head-to-head to open the round. But man, what would they do without this guy?
He's been consistently clutching in these tight scenarios. Doesn't matter that Timatina's 1-8, he's just been hyped up, gassed up, to be honest, because it's not about KDA at the end of the day, it's about how you get these round wins online. 100 Thieves again. Look towards mid. That's their avenue, that's where they've been finding these pickoffs.
They've got to be cautious of Verti. They know that he's got op money, so recall smoke to take elbow. Droning through double door. Now they'll be worried about the tunnel angle. What kind of util do they actually have, though, to try to push him off?
Timatino with an op, but yeah, not favored. Peeking into the angle when Verdi was already posted. He's been really struggling to get value. Hard pressed in a position like this, but again, 100 Thieves just relying on this wedge they're driving up the middle section of the map. On the other hand, pop out, and Verdi was playing anti. He's revealed up there by the dart. Pancada happy to bail him out once more. This util going to be popped off, pull towards the back. Kawazin's going to try and supplement this with any help that he possibly can. Walls up, obfuscating the approach. Again, lighting these players up entirely for Kawazin to just walk all over them. The no-scope misses. Cryo is now left into an impossible spot.
30 seconds left.
Perhaps, no, not quite. Trying to get it done.
The very fact that you believe is credit to how well he's been playing so far.
14 of 5.
But Loud do get it over the line. And I think played the defense side really well. Verti's got completely the idea of where Timatino's going to go. But in that situation, you've got to be setting him up better, in my opinion. Like, they use a recall smoke to go and take elbow control. They use the drone for double doors. Get another recall smoke in there. Get a flash onto the line.
Yeah.
Do something to push Verti off a really predictable position so that Timatino's holding the angle, not peeking into it.
Get out of my way!
Yeah, tough going. It's to be expected, really, that the game plans are not going to be too fleshed out for these teams on Breeze.
It's looking good for Loud, though. They've got a good idea of how they want to play this. Pancada looks super comfortable in his B anchor position.
Thieves, though, heavily relying on these clutches. We'll see, though, how does Exec end up playing out. The updraft dash misses up into the one-way. Timatino, though, still trying to lay claim to a lot of this space towards the back. Cryo, again, just being that player to keep an eye on entirely. I mean,
Darker's ultimate rips away the Blade Storm, but just a moment too late.
Yeah, Timatino still finds it.
Loud in a much more uncomfortable position here. Trying to retake with the op and bang, even invest in the ult.
At this point, call it quits, I think, if you're Loud. Yeah, they're already scurrying away.
You don't want to lose the operator, too.
No.
Kawanzin and Darker, both at 0 credits. It's just not worth taking that. Yeah, Timatino did beef the entry. He actually missed the Cloudburst as well, that he was going to be throwing in.
Definitely seeing signs that he's not comfortable in a jet.
Well,
not as comfortable.
Yeah, or maybe it's the map, right?
Sure.
Because he's definitely played quite a lot of jet, but end of the day, it didn't matter because the Blade Storm is so good at being able to gap close and utilize a bit of verticality to get onto a player that's anchoring towards the back of that site.
Yeah, hasn't really mattered.
No, it hasn't overall because Cryo's stepped up and delivered where there were gaps in terms of the fragging for the team.
Yeah.
15 and 5. And we were singing the praises of Verti because 13 kills across 10 rounds is also astonishingly good. B retake wall again here for Loud. So probably just going to leave Pancada to it and focus on controlling A main. Once they have that A main line, possibly even with Verti deep posted on it, they can start stacking bodies towards mid. Just making it easier for themselves to play such a big map on defense.
Flash start, Loud, making a lot of noise over towards A main.
That's going to stop Cryo from getting aggressive in that area.
Positioning perhaps if they've got a lot of players up towards it, but 100 Thieves, they just send it. I mean,
total
it's a bait, yeah. So we've got the Util tagging up to get a kill onto Luke. Sure to be happy with it because listen, Timatino was just bait at the end of a stick, trying to sell this one and pull players out and away, but Loud still have a couple of stragglers left over towards that A side. If Timatino gets out, it could be in a good spot. Darker though, the ball pops up. He finds his timing and takes it well. Still looking to hold this one down. That's a spike drop down. Players though rapidly approaching, but again they're being left into no man's land. There's no real help for them. Darker, just one man, but he is fully locking down this site. The fake not going to really the way of 100 Thieves. They're sort of seeing if they can take these fights open, but it just looks slapdash and messy, really. And slowly the net will close. Leaping in upstream, Timatino does catch himself too, but Vora's left now into that 1v2.
One enemy remaining.
Looking for the positioning, finds a 1v1, but he doesn't know. He's going to be guessing where Pancada is.
Oh, it's snappy though. And remember, this was the guy who clutched out to win against Leviathan.
Can he do it again? 5-5, all on his shoulders. Clutches is what's really sailed 100 Thieves this way, but opens himself a little bit too wide for the angle, and Pancada will just mop it all up.
A close one though. I agree with you that did look slapdash from 100 Thieves. Bang just running in alone befuddled me. Yeah. I didn't know why that happened. I mean, Vora was right behind him throwing a recon, and Timatino could have come along as well. I think maybe something going very wrong in the comms. Vora almost saves it though. Interestingly, the reason why they still ran into a stack is because they were playing B soft that round. When you're running this B retake wall, you don't tend to put a lot of bodies on B, so the fake on B didn't really pull defenders that much. So the call from Vora didn't do what they were looking for, but it's still a pretty decent half. We don't know whether this map trends attack or defense sided at the pro level just yet. Has been difficult for some of the attackers to get across the line, but then you look at other squads, and they're having no problems with it.
Definitely. Last round, Otis half. That gets good info. Hunter's Fury underhanded with a flash. That's a blind, and that's a spike drop down in your lap. That is exactly what you wanted. Fury's going to be pushing this one back. Darker looking to see if he can hold on to it a little bit harder. Verdi by his side. That dash will be fading. Just the vacate as well. They don't want to be caught out into the open here, so happy to give up a bit of that space, making 100 Thieves work for it.
Loud immediately go to reclear, looking for the lurker. They know that 100 Thieves are picking up the spike. Can they take some map control in the meantime? Does Cryo get seen?
Yep.
Yeah, he does.
Seen by it. No one pushing off the back of the drone now. Viper Orb timing is good.
Verti's going to be more cautious about taking the line here. He's got to think about the right and left side, even though Cryo's left now.
Yes.
Here.
Like you said, doesn't want to open himself up too much. The rest of the 100 Thieves all grouped up, cut noise. Looking like they want to go into the A hit. Biding their time, getting it out, potential for the repeat, orb in the face again. That makes it uncomfortable now for Verdi. Drone in through main. Trying to go into this one for the ace. Hyper committed position of Verdi. It's not ideal, is it? Hunter's Fury is trying to layer it all on top. This is a very awkward engagement with 100 Thieves. Find a path forwards.
Timatino and Cryo powering through. Cryo can't afford to die here though, really.
Whoa,
and he's just given his life very early there.
He's so pushed forwards. No one is ready to play off the back of him.
And he was incredibly weak too. So now a 2v2 that Loud could absolutely win. 100 Thieves are going to need a lot from Timatino and Vora.
Messy state of affairs, but Loud will be happy for it. It's giving him a bit
Last player standing.
potential for it, especially with these fights taken. I mean, the dash is fading. Timatino's way out into the open. Luke Show happy to really just square up, take the fights. Damage done. It's a quick cleanup again from Pancada, and that's a 7-5 half. Loud leading by the 2 rounds here. Strong beginning to breeze. And honestly, for 100 Thieves side of things, I mean, a little bit more I mean, just chaotic, I would say, as well. It's not as disciplined as we've seen from them in the past.
Sure. I mean, they're definitely playing that slower pace that we've come to appreciate now, having watched them across 2 matches already. But yeah, there's less of that discipline, less of the clean plays. But a lot to be happy about if you're looking at Loud. A resurgence compared to their original match. Much better now they're up towards the top of their map pool.
Yeah, great beginning to the series. We'll see how this one really continues as well, looking towards that next half. Back into the action as I knock signs all over the place here, which you can't see that, but you take my word for it, I'm making a mess of the place right now. And Loud have been relishing, I think, in terms of just the messy gameplay that 100 Thieves have been putting on display. It's been sometimes those signs of discipline, right? But definitely not as good as some of the other maps that we've already seen 100 Thieves. This is a team that pushed G2 to the limit, right?
Absolutely.
As a reminder. So we have high expectations for them, but Loud themselves as well looking for that strong start to 2026, which failed to capitalize in their opening game. Playing strong map of Breeze, and I think this goes back to that earlier point. Breeze is our opener map, does simplify the calling to a degree. The game plans of Loud are working out well on defense. Let's see how they fare when it comes to the attack.
It's an interesting setup here from 100 Thieves early on. Viper wall posted on A, but the Viper and the Astra utility on B, so they can afford to hold that down with the aggression in A main.
Real aggro. Just trying to push the players out of position as well, but Loud should react off the back of this, and yeah, putting a bit of a timing now, seeing if they can reclaim a bit of space over towards A. They're being threatened from multiple angles.
Pretty difficult to get a good post plant set up here when you've lost A main.
Yeah.
And you're not that pushed up. I mean, Luxio's in a very deep position, but he doesn't control this space.
Potentially risky business when he's going lurking like this, but now
could win the round off it.
Yeah, definitely could as well with a kill onto Vora. Here it is, just lines it up, perfectly timed. Team can get the plan down now, but the Thieves are looking to get a bit of a move on themselves through double doors. Verdi's got his head on a swivel, worried about multiple directions and positions to be taken. That's a shot straight to the dome, and Verdi still wins it out, was being pressured. Overhead there with a snake fire. 100 Thieves are looking to send this one forwards again, but you're just swinging through the smokes, and Loud already posted on the angles. Pistol round again goes to Loud. Very, very good beginnings.
Verti's having a great game.
Yeah.
He really is jet diffing Timatino at the moment. The value from defense, sure, but then also just controlling that 1v1 fight. So happy with Ghost in hand. Because in theory, Timatino's position there is great.
One enemy remaining.
And you see, Vora wasn't really aware of Luxio's push either. Luxio's got such a good sense for how he's going to take space and avoid being punished. That's the inherent lurker quality in him.
Take flight.
Going to be looking to toss anyone. See it. Let's see if they can not run into a stack of bodies. 100 Thieves, obviously on the weaker buy, and they're making moves of their own. Might be able to hit a rotates here if Timatino is tucked close enough, because to scurry of footsteps, they didn't like what they saw over towards B. Loud.
Oh, I'm not sure.
Might be out of range.
Looks just out of range to me, but Arsenal, oh no, from Timatino's position, you can hear that, yeah.
And now it's calling for it. Asana's going to be going over towards
A.
A. Trouble is, there's not a lot you can do from a spot like this, only with the classics.
Toxins going up.
Got to rely upon mistakes from Loud, and they're sticking together. They got that pack mentality. They're ensuring that no one can really get picked on, with the exception of Pancada. And Luxio finds it, yeah, a bit of a read there.
But now, are they really going to go all the way back to B? I mean, Pancada's taking space for them, but Cryo, if he had a weapon, would be devastating in this position. But, you know, he's not playing the chamber. He doesn't have the headhunter.
35 seconds left. Cryo. I mean, he gets one.
30
That's, I mean, listen, that's good. Pancada already pushed up onto the position. Sheriff in his grips, and now doing the damage, putting in the work, shutting down 100 Thieves.
If that
could have got more dangerous.
Yeah, if it had not been pure classics, I think Loud's calling there could certainly have been punished, but see if it makes a difference on a rifle round, whether Loud want to play as a big pack like that.
Yeah.
We saw on the 100 Thieves attack side, they were looking to try to take mid, and Vora was calling a lot of pivots between whether or not they wanted to finish on B or A. The actual execution on the splits, sometimes a little bit off. But Loud, are they going to go for more of the site pops perhaps? There are 5 people grouped up in main on the bonus.
Certainly feels like it. Wall's up now. Bit of a B split perhaps as well. Putting a bit of a twist on it.
Taken out.
And that's just off timing. I mean,
Deploying
Vora,
drone.
smoke goes up into his face. Potentially could have seen him as well before that smoke went up. The drone forwards gets the tag, and this is a timing taken again. Verdi was the guy to try and get ahead of most of this util. Is putting in a lot of pressure onto Cryo as an anchor player, but with the pause forward, slow down. What is that? Barely seen him, and he wants a little bit more. He's eager for it.
The fast flank from Timotino, though, should be devastating.
Oh, no one's watching for this one. No one's watching! Got some off the plant, though. That won't be going down anytime soon. Darker's gone. They're being picked to pieces. Loud from every single angle. You have to find a path forwards now, and that potentially might be why Verdi is stepping towards this smoke.
Spike down,
They need to find it in, and they need it now, but it's left down to just two. Pancada and Verdi need to get something moving. Bang goes down. Clean shot. Rifle picked up. 2v3.
I mean, how does Pancada ever get out of this spot? He needs desperate help.
player
Uncomfortable for everybody in the
Spike
server
down.
right now. Dash forwards. Timotino's ready for it. Receives it all.
Really good positional play from 100 Thieves that round. They win basically because of the positions on the map that they dominated, even though they were getting out-fragged, to be honest with you. I mean, you know, it's whiffy from Timotino, but the very fact that he is on that fast flank and in B main makes all the difference. He eventually gets the kill, but he also puts so much pressure on the planter that Vora's eventually able to gobble up Kawanzin.
Nice! Let's go, boys.
And they never get into a good spot. So Loud need to be careful. If they're going to play 5 people all grouped up like this, 100 Thieves have the answer. They're willing to push out on defense, willing to surround them.
Just tag. There's going to be no escape here for Timotino, but he's got a bit of bailout with Asuna at his back.
2 seen in A main, and you know that Darker was there because there was a KO flash. Could prompt a push on the other side of the map if that was where Timotino was playing.
Yeah.
Take flight.
100 Thieves looking for a bit more mid-round
Enemy
information
mark.
here when he hits that 115. Tag and a drone broken. Kawazin's going for a deep drone of his own. There's lots of players waiting. Timotino, that is risky business.
Oh, man.
Barely able to escape. Dodging past a lot of the bullets that were flying in his face.
He's getting these opportunities. He's just not quite able to capitalize.
Now it's Cryo under threat. Slow siege to be taken potentially from Lau, but they're not certain of the direction they even want to go in.
Well, yeah, they're faking the pivot into B and coming back. Pancada calling quite similarly to Vora, but how does the exec look like once you actually enter the site? There's still 3 here.
Yeah, passive sightlines. Timotino sort of start face down, wants to play himself into it. Alongside an overhead flash! Barely getting into control, but the rifle's in the hands of these Lau players. They eventually ring true. Now the plan would be able to go down. There's no more pushback here from these 100 Thieves players. Cryo and Bang making sure to take this one together, side by side. Able to trade at a moment's notice, but the issue is how do you get past a lot of this util?
Yeah. Fragment grenade, double shock, pull, Hunter's Fury. It doesn't particularly look possible for 100 Thieves unless they find some Loud players overextending looking for kills.
Yeah. Awkward spot time. Thoroughly against them here, especially as it starts ticking like this. A lot to clear towards the back of the site. Fragment may get sent out even prior, before that first tap. Dart and the pull. Really denying any sort of chance here. So Loud up to 10, and that's the danger as well. You let a team like this get into that post plan when they have all those tools available to them.
Bears repeating that they look so much more comfortable on this map compared to what we've seen them.
Yeah,
on so
they really
far.
do.
That might, I'm phrasing it as a positive. That might indicate that their map pool is a puddle, but we'll see as we go further in this. It's possible that we've just caught them on some rough maps so far, Loud. They're actually not as bad as it originally appeared. In that round, they go through 3 defenders on A, and they frag their way through. They've certainly got the skill to be able to push through.
It sounds like that's what a lot of it has boiled down to.
Oh, Verdi's been having a great game, particularly.
He's got the Owl now as well. Good read onto the economy. Doesn't take much though, you just have to hold tab and use your eyes, but still.
People in my rank struggle with that.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Have to praise it. Verdi slow going as well. Approaching now onto these angles. The knife might slow them down. It's traded out here. On either side, Asuna quite aggro in terms of the line that he's trying to take, and just spots it, sees the player, naively bounce, and will delay for now. Hunter's Fury is going to be used though, offloaded into a round like this. See if you can pave a way for them, but in the midst of all this chaos, 100 Thieves are happy to strike back, pounce back into the fight. A lot of space going to be gained over towards them, and that damage done. That is shots fired, rattled off of the Marshals. You're being picked apart. Comes down to the rifle play. And in the hands of these players, what can they do? Pankana and Kawazine, they weather the storm.
Standing strong towards the end, even though 100 Thieves had them boxed in. Fast push out through elbow from the defenders gave them complete confidence that that was going to be an A hit. Put a lot of pressure on Loud, but again, Loud prevailed. They're putting themselves in quite difficult spots. But in this, in this situation, they've got better rifles. They're also fairly aware. And I think happy to just be taking long-range duels.
Yeah.
The way that Loud's been built, you've got a lot of people who, they are comfortable fraggers. I think they're happy on a straight-up map like Breeze where you just get to take long-range engagements. Can't get cheesed by a waylay.
That's what I mean. Big map. I would like to see 100 Thieves run it on this map, though, to be honest.
The
see how it
waylay?
works. And yeah, and
I think
honestly,
it'd be terrible.
Hot take, Brimstone instead of Astra. Listen, hot take.
It's too hot.
I think it might cook.
Brimstone on this map.
I think it might cook. Now, there's a reason why I'm sat here casting the game and not actually playing or coaching.
I mean, it's definitely better than it used to be, Brimstone, on this map. But
listen, all I'm saying is you go into that wheelhouse as comfort.
You know what's awful about Brim, though, is that if you're smoking on one side of the map, the Brim has to be right there.
Oh, yeah, it's got limitations. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah?
It's probably not good. I just want to see someone run it.
Hey, I mean, a bunch of teams. I was watching General Mates in EMEA running Brimstone on Abyss, which it kind of cooked, honestly.
Yeah.
I was all about that. Insane post-plant lineups.
Don't be slaves to the meta.
Play some Harbor.
Okay. Maybe not that. Maybe Old Harbor.
Okay. So there are limitations to your madness.
Yeah, sometimes.
Timatino with an operator looking potentially to take this as a peek into Luke Show with a flash. Luke Show chilling. Flash, recon. Nobody going aggressive early on.
Clears out some of that space.
Timo would love to get active at this point in the game. 5 rounds down. If he heats up, potentially that could be the route back in for 100 Thieves.
That's when it gets perfect timing on that knife. I think that's 3 players tagged with it, so that will slow Loud down.
And it allows them to keep this stack over towards the A side.
Blocking vision.
Timatino on more of an aggressive position.
There's no one. Well, actually, tell a lie. I was like, there's no one watching mid. There is. Vora's got his back, so no chance of a backstab. We know Loud are going to be looking to send this one flying, but that's cross with the nade, and that's a shot missed. Could have been a perfect timing. So just peeking back into it, and Timatino's not done yet. With that dash active, eventually retreats now forward. Bang! Again, that's a shorty in your face, though, and the knives have popped out. Timatino looking to redeem. At least himself now. Cosmic Divide splits it up, cuts away all sorts of sound cues now. That plan will be able to go down here for Loud, but they have to fight their way past a difficult spot because Asuna is already inserted. Wedged into the side, wedged into the map, and 100 Thieves are taking this one at a blitzing place now. Overwhelming the Loud players before they could reposition.
Cute little angle for Asuna to be able to get into.
Yeah.
Tucks himself into the bosom of the pyramids there. Able to get a cheeky one on a player that had no idea where he was.
And was that just the Cosmic Divine to just let them get in?
Yeah, I mean, they've got the wall up as well, right? The attacking walls just in general are giving the defenders quite a lot of space. But yeah, you can see it from his angle here. Asuna just able to take a ton of space, creep in, and get himself into an unexpected position.
That's a crazy timing.
It's also a good round from Timatino.
Yeah.
He goes for the repeat. Clearly his confidence isn't knocked, even though he has been missing a lot of opportunities. Gets the repeat back into Luke Show. And a kill with the Blade Storm, not half bad.
No, listen, consider the dire beginnings. He's almost back up to even, which is a hell of a task.
Jet spotted out here. Timo might go for the peak.
Yeah, might indeed. Takes a pick, okay. Head to head. Added to the tally for Timo.
Yeah, starting to equalize a bit more.
He really is, heating up. And it does get easier when you're on the defense side as a Jet.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
But still, like you said, hasn't lost his confidence. ADS stop. That's the player you want in that exact spot. Stars immediately drop down as well, feeling that pressure that's going to be mounting from Loud. The rest of them, just a bit of util to pull, slows it down even more. Tag, bang, has to be tucked close here, and Loud are being pushed into a different direction. Shoved away from the A site.
All 3 holding hands through mid.
Yeah.
Not really putting pressure in multiple directions.
Timatino.
Should be good for it here.
Yeah, he's on the op line, the perfect line really. The recoil star is going to be awkward. No one crosses up in time, tries to adjust the aim. Timatino's in a bit of a dire spot potentially, but just happy to take these re-peeks, potentially seeing all these players now, but re-peeking into the same line gives that easy shot to Darker. Moving back in a way, hold on, knife out, and potentially running around, and a scramble gives again an opening for Loud to work with. They're still down a player. They have to deal with Bang, asserted into position like this. 100's Fury to try and set Bang up for that swing. It's good from 100 Thieves. Really sublime stuff.
Very nice little combo there to set Bang up. And Bang had taken a lot of space over towards A main too. Strange to see Cryo running into mid after Aslan's knife saw that they were not continuing to scale into B, but things getting a little chaotic there. Overall though, defense side looking more comfortable for both of these teams actually.
Yeah, certainly.
And maybe that should be expected based on the comps that they're playing. Since both teams are running the KO mirror, it is much easier to run your defenses with that knife that tells you where people are, turns off their abilities, that kind of stuff. Versus if you're running a double duelist setup, for example, here, you'd be loving the attack sides, but both of these teams specking into their defense. And we could definitely still have a game here. Loud have won double pistol. Romanilli was bothered about that in their previous game.
Right, because that was the second map where they won double pistols, right? And they ended up losing 13-11.
Yeah, I think they did end up winning a pistol or two in that game, but the first map for sure they were down double pistol.
Down double pistol. I mean, they've had struggles, really. They've had struggles, Loud.
But it's early days, and I mean, to win double pistols on a map that should be top of your map pool, probably, and not get it over the line, that would be a worry to me. Because then we have to start talking about how Loud are getting close, but not delivering again. And that was the narrative.
Story of last year.
Yeah, that was brutal how often we were saying that last year.
Yeah.
So I'd like to see, for Loud's sake, them get this over the line, but it probably isn't going to happen in this one. Already without the Blade Storm, everybody working with light weaponry. A chance for 100 Thieves to nip it within 2.
Real big chance for them. Strong with a util now. Here's the drone. Up, knife against the back wall. That will be that tag, but slowed down by the pull. The drone's going to be broken. Not sure if that was a clearance into the corner. Maybe, potentially. No way! Cryo's still sitting here. The kills are labored at best, but they do eventually come through. Still, they haven't dealt with Bang. Asserting himself now forwards. Again, a flash overhead from Asuna to try and again play his team back in. 3v3 though. Good spot for Loud potentially, especially considering the weaker eye. Spike planted. Peek into the back. Don't really have the guns for the job here, but Darker definitely does with that rifle. 1-for-1 now. 2v2 in this spot. Nade towards the back, rebounds. Asuna fast and loose, making it nice and awkward. Ladders down, a tap. He wants to try and play out in the open. Vora, sharp as anything. Locking down this angle, buys his time superbly.
Really good shooting from Vora.
Wow.
Thought there was a chance that Pancada was just going to call their bluff on that one. Recognized that it was a tap. But despite the best efforts of Loud, and that one was still dangerous, 100 Thieves pick up an anti-eco. I think they'll be fairly happy that they dragged the null command out of that round. It's more important as an attacking ultimate, and Darker has his own version of it.
Sure.
Verti looking to pick up the attack op even here. So Loud, they only need 2 rounds to get this over the line. Op v op battle. We saw that be a real struggle for Timatino in the few rounds that he decided to go for that on the attack side. Didn't really get put in the best positions. Pin used in A main, but I'm focused on this fight towards mid. Yeah. Very, very passive setup from Verti at the moment. Timatino has been playing around double doors a lot, so it's not a bad read. It's just that this time,
I think it's hard to get something going though when the pit's here. It's another lane that's just completely cut off access for you. 100 Thieves can invest even more resources into double doors, into mid, like you're seeing here.
Yeah.
And Timatino can afford to just hold the angles like so.
There's 4 main positions that he could be open from. Double doors, he could be pushed out B, looking for a pick onto Pancada. He could be tunnel, anchoring B, or he could be nest, which is his actual position. So there are still plenty of spots that Verti has to be worried about.
Verti's feeling like he might want to go aggro, but Dash just fades away. Position here, throws a nade. He was waiting for the timing up of that one, so he's just, again, peeling out a couple of seconds, trying to buy time for his team to get into the appropriate positions. But this is a fake on a fake here, over towards the B side. That is where Loud's actual objective is. Verti's going to be dropped. working their way in. There's still a player towards the back, and it's Cryo, the player exactly you don't want to see in a spot like this. Jump spot, Pancada gonna play his life, trying to win that fight, and that is good with the movement. Crouching down, shot going wide and missed. Hit now layered. That's another layer of defense to potentially play around Timatino. Hearing that, cools it down with the aim. Doesn't overplay his hand in a spot like this, and now towards the back of the site, flash, peek. Still that pit to play around.
Funky pit goes all the way back towards ladder.
And it has to be the win con for Loud in a spot like this. This has to be 12, flash overhead. Pit's going to be dropped. No more coverage, no more safety from it, but Darker is primed in a spot like this. His position is no to the nade. It's short on the mark. Still players could have been sticking onto him at 100 Thieves to just gather it up. Take the fight together, 2v1, winning it out. This dire stuff for Loud now at this point. Heavy investments all around.
Yeah, that is a potential disaster round for Loud there.
Just these up to 10.
Great play from Timatino, though. He's a player that we were looking at in the first half, struggling, and he's making that constant climb back up. Almost redeemed himself in terms of the KD right now. He's 18 for 19, but the impact is all coming through. His hard punish onto Pancada, who overheated in the backside. And I'm liking these flashes from Asuna as well. They are really coordinated.
Yeah.
There's always a player ready to follow up on them. He's a very clear communicator in the comms. I mean, he's loud.
I mean, he's loud.
He's loud.
We'll make sure you can hear him.
It's a buy from Loud. Speaking of which,
Wow, this could
4
be...
rifles and a sheriff on Darker.
Listen, they're up around currently. They have ults to use, but
Need that back.
Well, they
investing
burned,
everything to try and get up to 12. This is how teams lose.
yeah, they burned some big ones in the previous though, didn't they?
Yeah.
Null command pit.
Tino got that dash now. We've seen the player. Yep, he has. Now he's backing out. Now Darker goes down. He didn't have a gun, so at the end of the world, potentially could make a play towards him, and he's going to get caught by Luke Show. So even out.
Revealing area.
Still good for Loud. They've got a player inserted, not able to get themselves past. Ult, Hunter's Fury. No one's scaling off of this though. Loud are just stuck in the mud essentially. No one's getting past this, and it's giving a possibility, but Verdi's been handed these opening kills anyway. Players in his sideline. He's waiting for the fight to come to him. It's 100 Thieves that
Enemy remaining.
just in disbelief, I think, really, that there was no movement being made, but the patience pays off in the end here for Loud. This will be inevitable at
Spike
12th
planted.
round, earned up. Needed to be the case. He's going to be offered up a couple of chances to get a kills. ISO's the fight. Oh no. Don't give a player like him a chance to get back into things, because Bang will just take over. 7 bullets left though. Running short.
Enemy remaining.
ISOing the fights, and it's almost a possibility. Almost a clip and a half, but Verdi shuts it down. He was the opener and the closer to a round like that, bringing Loud up to that 12.
There couldn't have been more heartbreak than if that had been the way that Loud let a round slip out of their grasp. But as you said, Verti is doing everything at the moment. He was the only player that got into the site, even based on all of the pressure that Loud is applying. And he's forced to deliver it towards the end too. He's telling his team, relax, relax. Guys, I'm there. I'm going to close it, but I'd appreciate it if you help me.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason to really face when Verdi's in that tuck position, but...
A walk down mid from Timatino. He has Bladestorm and an Outlaw. 3 players with light armor on the other side. We haven't seen Luke Shaw go too aggressive at the moment.
No.
In elbow, he hasn't done this very much.
Been quite controlled. Flying forward, so now that util sails overhead, and Luke Shaw's crosshair placement not ready for a fight there. Asuna just cleans him up. Head chopped off. The Thieves have got very ingrained positions here. Full control of one side of the pyramid. Bang inserted towards the back of the box. Kawazine is going to be potentially no more if he oversteps himself, which he does. Steps past it, a lot of damage done, and McAdam and the Wise are there either. Steps past it with a Cosmic Divide and the timing to be taken. Nose in your hand. There it is, right click to finish. 100 Thieves take it to 11. One more round now being that tipping point. Will we see OT or will we see Loud get that map win?
Well, Loud's economy is going to be in the bin. They're on minimum loss bonus here. So they're going to be putting together, what, Guardians, maybe?
Yeah.
For this next round? Like, it's not going to be pretty. I'm not even sure they're going to be able to afford Guardians.
One enemy remaining.
So our chances of going to OT are through the roof right now. Look at what they're working with here.
Oh my.
They're going to need Verti to be the superstar player.
Timatino knows it. He's got the Outlaw.
Yeah. Actually, only 3 of them running on the light armor, though. Kawazine and Verti especially buying up. It's all on Verti.
Flash.
Has to be the playmaker. Rifle. His grips all grouped up now. Time timing is good. 2 players caught, but it's a bit of an indicator when you see the Jet and the Sova.
They've still got to be a little concerned about Luke Shaw, who has been willing to play the lurk role. This time, though,
You are divided.
all grouped up as 5.
This is leaving nothing to chance, essentially. No lurks whatsoever. Cosmic Divide to see if they can take the site by storm. Get this plant down in a secure spot. Util does delay them, shooting them down steadily.
Deploying drone.
What is Verti up to? I think...
Sure.
Okay, he's back.
Take flight.
Aura. Revealed up by the drone here, but this needs to be broken in time, so not clearing towards the back of the site where these last players are sitting, but they are potentially sitting ducks. That pull is perfect with the Util. Vora happy to clean them all up. Diving head first now into the smoke shotgun to lead the charge and a dash forwards where that's at, but again, crouching and cutting it close. Luke Shaw just dominates his position. 13-11. Loud do not let the opportunity slip away from them. Securing up map 1 in this series, leading it forwards. And their best foot forwards, really.
Yeah, I mean, that one got incredibly close.
I was worried.
Loud pulling it across the line with a weaker buy, showing that they're not here to let opportunities slip in 2026.
Yeah.
What a performance from Verti. And credit to the rest of the team, because he went down having only got 1 kill in that final round. Rifle in his hand, couldn't beat